Hey guys, Kyle, the Death Knight of Anime here, bringing you my review for One Piece episode 842. And right off the bat, I gotta ask you, I gotta start off with a question to all of you. Did you enjoy the episode? If you did, then I would honestly, guys, if you enjoyed this episode, then good. But I would also soak it in for as much as you guys can, because this was probably the last decently to amazingly paced episode that we're going to get for a while. And the thing is, it's not even strictly an anime issue, because basically the content that is pretty much that is inevitably going to be adapted from here. The content in the manga that's about to be adapted after this point, it did definitely take a while to pick up it did definitely take a while to pick up in the manga, even so it's not just going to be an anime problem as well. But it's also one of those things where you definitely have to trust me when I say this, guys. It is definitely going to be a lot slower paced from here, but trust me, when it gets hype, it will get fucking hype. And trust me, as definitely as slow paced as these next I want to assume that the next few for sure episodes are going to be. The one thing we can definitely trust me, for pretty much every like 10, for pretty much like every five slow paced moments that are about to happen from here, there's always going to be at least one major fucking hype moment or moments. And there's always going to be one or two major fucking hype moments, and trust me, they are going to be very hype. So yeah, I suppose it's one thing you can take away is that, yeah, the pacing is going to get slower. Again, not even the manga's fault, but for pretty much, but we are still going to get a lot of hype moments, to be sure, as well. So you're just gonna have to sift through a bit. But yeah. Um, honestly, it's one of those things where I've kind of come. It's one of those things where I think I've kind of come to accept that kind of a thing too, because it's it's one of those things, it's one of those trade-offs you got to kind of accept, because of definitely how thorough Oda gets with when he's drafting language. He's like, Oda, for basically those who still aren't reading the language, is like what, one or two people probably. Oda is definitely a very thorough man when it comes to crafting this story. So if you're gonna find slow paced moments, that's basically the reason why he's very thorough. Um, all right, now that I've said that much, I probably went on a little longer than I should have. I gotta say something. Can the series just give Caesar a goddamn break already? I mean, the beginning already had him nearly pissing his pants from staring down Katakuri, and then he was basically then his exit was basically blocked by pretty much Brule, who was imitating his appearance. Like, seriously, Caesar needs a long ass vacation after this, and this coming from someone who initially hated Caesar both during and after the Punk Hazard arc. Like, honestly, I'm not sure how One Piece, or how Oda or One Piece in general does it, but like I've definitely went from I found myself going from 0 to 100 in terms of how I care about Caesar at this point. Like, dude just deserves every bit of fucking sympathy I have for him right now. Like, I just wanted to jump through the screen and hug him, tell him it's gonna be okay, and just give him like a few tickets to, I don't know, Hawaii or something. Like, seriously, 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 law, seriously, law, or whoever has Caesar's heart at this point. After this shit is said and done, give him back his heart, let him be on his merry way, and let him go on a fucking vacation. Like, I feel it needs to be repeated a little bit. Like, yeah, let the man go. Alright, he's been through enough. Alright, now, and I don't know if it's strange or not that I mentioned something like this in One Piece, but in a One Piece episode, but the one thing that I really enjoyed about this episode, believe it or not, was the atmosphere in like the first 15 or 16 or so minutes of this episode, because between the soundtrack and the art, which was using a lot of shadows, which was very appropriate, there was a very suspenseful and even hopeless tone that really left that hopeless tone that was there throughout pretty much the majority of the episode, that honestly made me feel that, wow, that this was like a very suspenseful and hopeless moment that basically that pretty much everyone on Whole Cake Island was going through from just dealing with the Big Mom pirates. And it really and even though we pretty much all know that they're basically main character, that they have main character plot armor and they're all going to get out of there, it really still left me wondering, legitimately wondering if everyone was even gonna make it out alright and everyone was gonna be okay. Like yeah, it's actually very rare that One Piece, like even in its most suspenseful, I can kind of tell when I'm being manipulated. But in this case, I was really legitimately saying, okay, is everyone gonna make it out alright? So yeah, I gotta give props and a hand to One Piece for actually doing that to me. And honestly, if an episode can actually do that to me, I definitely see that as a good thing too, because you definitely want to feel that way when you see that the main enemy that the main cast is fighting is one of the Yonko. Like the Yonko are supposed to be the strongest pirates in the world, and you almost want to feel like that everything they're going through is a hopeless situation that they just can't escape from. So yeah, good. I gotta give him good on that one for sure. And like fucking clockwork, the Tamate box came into play at exactly the right time when it needed to. But damn, I mean, I knew that the explosion inside the box was gonna be powerful, but the fact that the explosion was powerful enough to destroy all of Whole Cake Chateau makes me really question what the hell Fishman I was thinking putting that inside the box, and just who the hell, like, honestly, even then, even taking it a step further, it really makes me wonder who the hell the royalty of Fishman Island was exactly, what was specifically targeting with that kind of a bomb, because the bomb itself, the fact that it was able to destroy Whole Cake Chateau means that it was way too powerful just to deter common thieves. It almost makes me wonder if Whole Cake Island was, if the royalty of Fisherman Island was actually targeting someone, and targeting someone specifically, if they're hoping to, if they're putting that much, if they're putting that much of a powerful bomb inside the Tamate box. So yeah, I don't know what the fuck Fisherman Island was thinking, but that was just way too much power for a bomb. And I will admit, actually, one animation flaw for me in this episode was the reused frames of Big Mom basically tumbling off the island as it was crumbling down, as it was crumbling and falling down. But on the flip side, it wasn't. It wasn't used very long, and I did get a bit of a chuckle from it. I did get a bit of a chuckle from it. So yeah, take that for what it was. I actually legitimately laughed when you see Big Mom basically pretty much tumbling down, and seeing her just kind of like, and seeing her fat body just kind of rolling down. Like, yeah, I thought that was kind of hilarious. Although I guess it's fair to say that Beige thought the whole thing was much more funny than I did. Like, seriously, that, like, pretty much that face he had at the end of the episode, that face of his was that of a man who was just skirting the line between sanity and insanity. Like, seriously, at that moment, he legitimately cracked when he saw what happened to Big Mom, and it's like, bro, I pretty much, I definitely feel you, but you're pretty much also kind of scary. Can you tone it down just a little bit? but yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I have for this review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Death Knight of Enemy, signing off. Later, guys.